this fear. I am tired, tired of the pain, tired of the shame. I am tired, tired of the tears, tired of the fear.
Mike, why me? Eh? Why does it have to be me? Why did I have to end up with a man like that?
It's not your fault. It's a mistake we all made. He came like a sheep, but he turned out a wolf.
I cursed the day I met him. It will never be well with Titus.
Kate, please,
it will never be well with him.
that.
God will punish him.
Kate, don't say that. Please. Don't go the way of revenge. Don't forget that he's still the father of your kids. I mean, Karma is already dealing with him. At this point, you should just focus on establishing yourself. Even if you're still going to live with him.
God forbid! I will never live with Titus. I will never ever have anything to do with that evil man. How can you even say that?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Stop crying, okay? It's okay.
What is the meaning of this? For God's sake, this man just recovered from a long-term coma. You people should have kept his family problem away from him till he gets okay, he becomes completely fine.
Doctor, I'm sorry. Yes, we are really sorry for what happened. But at the same time, don't blame me. I'm fed up, I'm tired. If you know the problem this man has caused in his family, you will not be blaming me for this.
Don't tell me that. You should have kept away whatever it is until he gets back his consciousness, until he gets completely okay.
I'm sorry. Like I said before, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. If we're in my position, you would do the same thing. Everything is on me. Tired of solving problems I know nothing about. It's frustrating.
Anyway, I can see I've made a big mistake allowing his family come to him at this point. I'm trying everything I could to make sure he gets well, but you people keep bringing things that will damage his mind. Gosh.
Doctor, please, we're sorry. It will not happen again. Please.
See, I've done everything humanly and medically possible to make sure he gets well. And have it at the back of your mind that if anything goes wrong from this point, you have yourself to blame. Don't blame any first. Blame me. Blame yourself and your family. Have a nice day.
I told her to leave that marriage, but she refused.
That's because you do not know what marriage is all about. They married blindly. That's why they are living in errors.
I don't get. They were both matured before they got married.
Maturity in marriage is not measured by how old you are. So before going into marriage, no matter how old you are, you need to be trained. Marriage could be frustrating when you know nothing about it. So she needs to be taught about marriage.
So what should we do? How do we help my sister?
She needs to be taught what marriage is all about. Then she will know what marriage has done to her and what she has done to herself. I really need to speak to her so she could stop drinking. As to be able to read the books I'm going to give to her.
I don't know what to say again. I mean, at this point, whatever works, man. Because that guy is going to kill my sister for me.
It's okay, we'll find a way out.
Kate, we have come to see you. Me and Kelechi.
Well, I'm going out to have fun.
Just go back, sit down, let's talk first before you leave.
No. I already said that I'm on my way out. So you people will go and come back some other time.
It's a lie. It seems like you're not getting it. I said go back and sit down, let's talk.
Mike, and I said that I can't keep my guests waiting. I have a date. I have to go like now.
Are you stupid? What? You have a date. If you leave this house, I'll break your head. Are you mad?
No, Naya. Mike, you want to break my head? You want to continue from where title stop, Okoya? Ngwa. Break my head! No, go ahead and beat me! Beat me now!
Stop. It's okay.
Leave me alone!
Please leave me alone.
Today I'm going for a date.
Kelechi, this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand, though. It would have been better she remained in her husband's shackles than living like this and bringing shame to the family.
No. Though no human deserves slavery. But freedom, and if not properly handled, it could be worse than slavery. You don't have to be harsh on her. It is difficult correcting a woman that is on corporal punishment.
Hey, why are my girls looking this unhappy?
Mommy, we want to see our daddy. Since he traveled, we heard that he had an accident, but you don't want us to go and see him.
You saw your uncle, didn't you?
Yes, and he even told us that daddy has been in coma.
Ah.
Mommy, I know daddy has been back to you, but he's still our daddy.
At least you know your father has been back to me. But don't worry. I will make out time to go. To take you both to go see your father. You know I've been really very busy lately. Running this house by myself, it's a lot for me to carry on my shoulders. But don't worry. I'll try to work out time, okay? So you can go see your father.
We have to see him tomorrow.
Yes. Mommy, we can phone Auntie and came to go and see him. That's if you're too busy to take us there.
Okay. It hasn't gotten to that. Yes, I am very busy lately, but I'll make out time tomorrow. Then I'll take both of you to go see your father, okay? At least so we can have some peace around here.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, so the face is still very low. You want to smile a little bit? No?
Oh. What angels.
Daddy, did you break your legs?
Yes, but Daddy will be fine. I'll be home soon.
Daddy, I miss you.
Where's your mom?
Wow, Titus.
I heard he has regained consciousness.
Are you serious? So what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? How? You know I can't go there. I have classes to attend to.
Mabel. Can you listen to yourself? We're talking about how to get money from them and you're talking about classes? Have you imagined if that man stops paying your school fees? What will you do?
Well, his brother said he will take care of my son and I. And they need the baby boy, you know. So he will.
And you think that will not distort our initial plan? What if he dies?
How can you say that? He will not die.
Mabel, stop behaving childish. This is a lifetime opportunity and we must utilize it. I mean, imagine we'll get money from him, start up a business. What if money stops coming? At least we'll have something to fall back on. Use your head.
Okay. I'll go.
Oh, it's alright. It's just that I'm beginning to feel you. You're making it look like I'm forcing you something you do not want. Please, if you're not comfortable with this, you forget about it. Forget about it.
I just said I'll go.
Really? Oh, you need a kiss? More like it, man. That's my baby, girl. Joe.
My love. Please. Please let bygone be bygone.
Oh yes, Titus, I will let bygone be bygone. And that is exactly why I have filed for divorce.
Oh. No. Please. Please. Please, I still love you.
Oh, just shut up! Shut up! Do not even say that word love from your mouth. Titus, you and I know that you do not have an iota of love for me in that wicked heart of yours. So stop sounding like a hypocrite, Biko.
Hey, no. You won't say all that in the presence of your children.
Oh, please.
Just stay outside with us.
These children have seen worse. They have seen their father beat me day and night. They can't take this.
Please. Please, I know I don't deserve to be close to you. I know I don't deserve anything good coming from you. I know. Oh, don't forget, we promised each other for better, for worse.
Hell no, Titus. No! I will not stay with you in this worst situation. I will not. Haven't I given you enough? I have given you everything. I gave you my love, everything. I became a slave in my own house. Yet, you decided to go about the whole country having concubines all over Nigeria. Only God in heaven knows how many women have babies for you all over the place. Why I beg you to let me have just one after our last baby and you refused.
I'm sorry.
Kate, what did you just say?
Yes, you heard me. Your brother here refused that I would never have another child after our second baby. I begged Titus day and night, but Titus refused. He even beats me up sometimes just so I don't mention it anymore. Honey, tonight is going to be special. I want us to make more babies. You know, I'm ovulating, so it's a perfect time for another child.
Please, just take these things out. I want to sleep. Please, let's go to bed.
Baby, what are you talking about? It's been 8 years since I had my last child. You know how important a male child is. I want another baby.
Wait, are you saying my female children are not important?
No.
So what are you saying?
I will never say that about my angels. I'm just saying, in this part of the world, male children are important. I just want male children.
Well, you are not having any child for now, okay? I just want you to remain like this. No child. That will be much later, not now.
Titus, what are you saying? Titus, people will start talking.
What do you mean people? What do you mean people?
Okay, fine. I don't care about what people say, but I want a male child. I have always dreamt to have a male child, even if it's just one.
Well, you can undream because I won't let you have any child now.
Tonight?
That's fine now. Please. Okay? I'll pay for all these flowers if that's what you're worried about. But for children, no, not now. Please. I need to go to bed. What are you saying? You said that before. How dare you talk about this again?
I have never in my life seen an Igbo man that does not want a male child.
I didn't say I don't want a male child. I only said I don't want you to have a child now.
So when? When will I have a child, Titus? When I get to my menopause?
Can you stop talking about this? I am the man of this house. I call the shots here.
I am not contesting that with you, Titus. I just want a male child.
I believe you know what I can do. Do not repeat what you just did now. Shift.
Titus, you mean you beat your own wife, your flesh and blood, because she wanted a male child?
When I say I have been through a lot in the hands of this man, people don't understand. But not anymore, Titus. Your spell over me is broken. I won't take it anymore. I am done for good this time. I am done.
It's
Titus, how did you get to this stage? How? Beating your own wife? Just because she wanted a male child? Your primary responsibility?
Please.
This man is evil.
Please.
Yes. He deserves all he's getting. As a matter of fact, he deserves to die. Honey, come on, look at this. What do you mean, Look at it very well. The two line shows that I am pregnant. We're expecting a baby. Baby boy. I thought. What did I do something?
What else can I do? I am tired, tired of the pain, tired of the shame. I am tired, tired of the tears, tired of the fear.
How dare you leave this house without my consent?
I went for antenatal.
Auntie, what?
I was feeling pain.
Wait, you use this pregnancy as a medium to leave this house without my consent?
No, not at all. I was feeling pains. I had to go see the doctor. That was why. Doctor,
Come. I don't have anything to say now.
Titus! That was how I lost that baby. He pushed me. That is how demonic Titus can be.
Titus, tell me it's a lie. Titus, just tell me she's not saying the truth.
I know I have wronged you. I know I have done despicable things to you. Please, can we start again? Can we?
No, Titus. There is no forgiving. You're only sorry because you were in this condition. The moment you feel better, you come back to beating me again.
No. I swear with my life, I will never lay my hands on you again. I will never ever do it.
Well, that is too late. It is too late because I am done.
Kate.
Titus, if not that you are my blood brother, I will stand up from this seat, follow her, and never come back here again.
Could it be that father lied to me?
Don't blame anyone for your wickedness.
You won't understand. Father taught me so many things.
You are very sweet. You are sweeter than honey, sweeter than sugar. You know, right? That small fruit. If you lick that ripe, even if you drink bitter leaf water, it will be sweet. That is what you are.
Every time you be using your sweet mouth to confess me, I ask you for money. Where is the money?
I can prepare it. That's why you are making face like that. Look at it now.
My sugar daddy. That's why I love you so.
Yeah. I told you once you are with me, anything you want, I'll be giving it to
Oh my God.
my sweet.
So when are we seeing again?
Usual place in the evening now.
Okay.
Kaibu, why? Tie. Which one you're tightening your face like this? Is your mother too?
I don't know. But Papa,
Yeah.
I'm not happy with you. Seriously speaking, I'm not happy with you.
Why? Is that why you're tightening your face? Like, what is the problem?
Okay, let me leave the tightening of face. Papa, Mama asked you for money today to buy foodstuffs. You said you didn't have a dime. But not quite long, I saw you giving money to one little girl. Girl old enough to be your daughter.
Titus. Do you know the errand I was sending that girl? Do you know what I sent the girl to buy for me? You just saw me giving her money. You concluded I'm dashing her money.
Papa, forget this jumping up and down that you are doing. Besides, I saw you hugging and kissing her. You always protect Mama from other men, yet you go about with other women. Why? Why?
Tai, I will discuss this thing with you man to man.
Man to man.
I will explain things to you.
But that time, it was man to woman, not Mama.
As I will explain to you.
Okay, yeah, explain. Let me.
What I want to tell you is that I've made so many mistakes in my life.
Okay.
You understand? I want to explain this to you because you are not an adult. Very soon you start talking about marriage.
Okay.
And I wouldn't want you to make the kind of mistake I made. You understand?
So, Papa, now tell me, what type of mistake did you make? What kind of mistake?
You see, I had 5 children with your mother.
Okay.
Although the co-hand of that took away 3 from me. Remaining only you and Uche. Allowing your mother to have so many children was the worst mistake of my life.
Worst mistake of your life?
Yes.
I really still don't understand. Can you be more explicit?
You will not understand because you are not married.
Okay.
Now let me break it down to you. When your mother had the first child and the second one, everything was still okay.
Okay.
But when she started having the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th, as woman begins to give birth to so many children, her body loosens.
Okay.
So even when I sleep with her, I no longer have that feelings of sleeping with a woman. I mean, she lost the taste of a woman.
Sleeping with a woman. Because I don't understand though. What do you mean?
Die. Learn this today from me. Don't allow your wife to born too many children.
Yeah.
Because the more she gives birth to children, her body will be loose. And when you sleep with her, you will no longer enjoy her as a woman. By that, pushing you to look for... You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. So, in all this grammar now, what you are saying in essence is that as a woman gives birth, she loses her sweetness as a woman, right?
Not just give birth. Too many children. That is the point. So don't allow your woman to have too many children so that you can still enjoy her good age. That's what I'm telling you. Lecture, important. This is biology. Important biology lecture is what I'm giving you here.
Because after all this grammar, after all this preaching, you see something.
I understand. Actually, this is man to man.
We see
tie.
Oh, okay.
Tie.
Papa.
No.
He only fed your tender heart with his wickedness.
When my wife gave birth to our second child, her body became loosed. So I had to believe that what father said was right.
Come on. There is a medical exercise that helps women get back their body after giving birth. It is called Kegel exercise. It helps them tighten their vaginal walls. And that will help your wife return back to normal.
I've not heard of that before.
And that is why you have to allow your wife go for her postnatal classes with a doctor. In that case, they will teach her how to take care of her body after giving birth. I still don't know why you allow Father to teach you his wickedness.
You don't have to blame me. He was our father. I just had to obey him.
Yes, he was our father. But the bad one, both of us grew up seeing our father brutalizing our mother. Verbally and physically torturing our mother. At the time, we started fighting him. So I expected you to know more. I never believed you. To start laying your fingers on your wife. Now look at what it has resulted you to. It has landed you in regrets. Now look at all the mess you have caused yourself. Please, don't bring me into this.
Please, you're my brother. You have to help me get my life back, please. I don't hate my wife. I was only doing all of that to keep her based on what Father told me. I thought I was doing the best thing. I didn't know I was doing everything to hurt myself. Please, help me talk to my wife. Help me, please. Please.
Never do that. Instead, I will pray so she doesn't come back to you. Because you do not deserve her. So that next time, when you see a woman who loves you, you will cherish and adore her.
Would you please?
Evil.
Would you please?
What manner of human is your brother?
I thought you were blaming kids.
See, that was before I knew she was going through all of that. Like, hey, no wonder that woman changed. Hey, like.
See, listen, if Titus wasn't my brother, I would have advised Kate to go get him arrested for maltreating her. Eh?
Hey. What I still don't understand and what I can never get is how will you treat someone badly and still claim to love them? How?
Well, some people believe until you torture people who work for you, people around you, you don't get their 100% loyalty. But that is not the truth. Even when you have such mindsets, you don't have to bring it to your marriage. This is your wife, your flesh and blood. The same woman that cooks your food, the same woman that gave birth to your children. So how can you be treating such a person badly? It's wrong. I have spoken to him. I don't know why he's still bent on doing what he's doing.
Now I understand why she can't travel, she can't live in her own husband's house freely, and she can't even walk. All her dreams and aspirations all dead because she got married. No.
You can see it. You can see it. So listen, no woman deserves to be maltreated in her home. Now I see why some women take some decisions without even looking back. No matter what people are saying, she takes her decision and leave her marriage. Because it is better to leave marriage these days than even dying in your marriage. Well, at this point, I think it's only prayers. We all should go on our knees and pray for Titus because I really don't know where this is coming from. I don't know.
I pity Keto.
Yeah, she's a strong woman.
Good day, sir.
Good day. Who are you?
My name is Kelechi. Your wife's friend at the university.
Oh.
She told me you're here, so I decided to come by.
Oh. Please, have a seat.
Thank you. I met your wife the other day, and I noticed she's not the woman I used to know. I made some inquiries, and I was told she had a hard time living with you at home, and it's affecting her mindset. I'm sorry I'm not supposed to come discuss this with you, but I thought it's necessary talking this with you.
What can I do to get my wife back?
Is to live a new life. You see, you live the life that goes against the ethics of a happy home. You need to give your wife wings to fly.
I fear she might fly above my reach.
Then control her.
That was what I was doing.
You don't control an adult with fakes and howling. Corporal punishment is not for humans. Yes.
What am I supposed to do in order to keep my woman to myself?
The first thing you need to know is that you can't control a human. The only way to do that is to love and care. That's the only way you can turn a wild animal into a pet. How then do you think we can keep human loyal? Except to love and to care. Even if she flies to the apex of the high heavens, she will still fly down and rest in your bosom.
Bro, please, if you can bring my wife back, I promise to treat her well this time.
I will try my best, but I'm not promising you anything. If you believe in God, you can make your wife a better woman again.
Maybe I had the wrong orientation about marriage. But now, I understand better.
That's true. I'll get you some books so you read and learn about marriage. Books written by great people who have high knowledge about marriage. These same books made me a better husband.
How are you doing today, honey?
I'm not happy with you. I heard you were told to stay with me, but you refused.
Baby, how could you even say that? Huh? Do you know that the very first day we came here, Junior almost fainted. The trauma of seeing you in this state almost killed him.
God forbid. Nothing will happen to my son. Where is he?
He was crying, so one of the nurses took him out. Babe, the next day he felt so sick. Just knowing that you're in this state got him very sick. That's why I couldn't come.
So how have you guys been coping?
Not well. We're not coping well at all. In fact, I had to borrow money for us to feed.
How? What happens to the money I sent you not quite long?
Maybe I used it for school practicals. That's why I asked you to come over so I could explain to you how I spent the money. How was I supposed to know that this kind of problem would be for you?
So if anything had happened to me, my son would be suffering.
Oh, baby. Thank God you're the one saying this. Thank God it is coming from you. This is one of the important issues I wanted us to talk about. Baby, I need to start up a business so I can earn money for Junior and I, just in case you travel out or you're out of reach. So we won't have to borrow money like we did to feed.
What kind of business are you looking at?
An old schoolmate of mine that resides in Dubai said she could link me up to one of the companies over there that will supply me with stuffs like footwears, clothes, bags at cheaper rates that I could sell here.
Don't you think you have to finish school first before doing business?
Actually, that is why I have not spoken about it. But then, baby, after all that has happened, I'm afraid. Nobody prays for misfortune, but it comes. So I have decided to open a business in a larger way, employ an experienced hand that can handle it while I finish school. By so doing, it will be easier for me to monitor the business time to time.
So how much are you looking at?
With everything, shop rents, all the expenses, maybe things are expensive in Abakaliki here, so let's say 3 million.
Hello, beauty.
Leave me alone.
Come on, yeah. You come with me, okay? I can treat you right. Such a beauty.
You just spoke English. That means you understood where I said, leave me alone.
I mean, who can leave an angel alone? Look, baby, I have money, okay? Don't
touch me!
I can take care of you, okay? Look. Hey. Ah! Ah!
Uncle, we heard that mommy broke somebody's head and the police arrested her.
Wait, now?
Yes.
Okay, now tell me, what do you want to achieve by doing this?
Mike, I have decided to be tough. Yes. I just wish Titus was here so that I can show him that loyalty is not weakness.
Kate, this is exactly what I saw when I asked you to leave this marriage. But you never listened to me.
Titus will so pay. I will so make that man pay for all he puts me through.
Kate, please. Leave now before this marriage destroys you. Leave this marriage now.
Mike, I am ready to divorce Titus today. But no, I must have my own pound of flesh. He can't do all that and just go scot-free like that.
Kate, you are my younger sister. But one thing about you is that you never listened to me. Yet everything I ever told you came to pass. You shouldn't be thinking about revenge now. You should be thinking about leaving this marriage with your sanity intact. Look, Kate, I can support you. I know I don't have so much, but I can squeeze myself. I can help you start all over again. I can help you get another apartment. I can also support you to start up a business. Just leave this marriage before this marriage destroys you. Because at the end of the day, Titus will go and get married to another woman. You'll be a destroyed woman, and I don't want that for my sister. Please.
Oh my God. Baby, 5 million. Oh. Baby, thank you. 5 million.
That money is for you and my boy. Take proper care of my boy. Alright?
I will, baby. I will sure do that. Thank you so much, baby. I love you so much.
I didn't give you that money because of love. I gave it to you so you can take care of my boy. I don't want him to suffer. I'm a married man. I told you this before we started.
Yeah. Notwithstanding, thank you so much.
Make proper inquiries before you invest, okay?
Sure, I will. I should go see Junior and make sure he's fine.
Come on, baby. You mean that man gave you 5 million naira?
I can't believe it.
My
Oh.
That means we are rich, super rich.
We are not just rich.
Okay.
We are millionaires. Oh my goodness.
You know what, eh?
Oh,
It is high time we detached ourselves from that man.
Why?
That money is big enough to take us to the bourgeois class.
Oh.
To the millionaires
This is
class.
how
To
big.
the millionaires.
Oh, baby. I think we should travel to South Africa. You know, with the money we have now, to be enough to give us a better life. I mean, we'll stay there, enjoy ourselves, and they'll keep waiting for us here till they die.
Yeah, I thought so too. Leaving this whole place, starting afresh, you know. Even though I know he will look for Junior when he recovers. But then, it's still okay.
That's alright. Well, you see, from now onwards, okay, you stop calling him baby and make Junior here understand who the true father is. It's very, very important.
Mama, I like his uncle.
Shh, Junior. He's your father.
Mommy, he's not my daddy.
Junior, stop it.
Never mind. With time, he will get used to it, okay? I'm your father, and your daddy. You get? Good.
What happened to her?
She came home drunk.
Oh, not again. Please help me put her on the couch.
What is going on? What? Go. Hurry. Oh.
It's okay, sure. It's okay, she's going to be fine.